On this part, we're going to design the Trends for You section. And here, as you can see, we're going to have a main div, a header, and then separate divs for each hashtag, and also the number of posts where we have this hashtag. So to work on this, let us go to Visual Studio. In here, we are going to navigate to the index.c#html, and then just after the suggested friends, we are going to create another section, so another div for the Trends for You. I'm going to actually copy this whole div, Control C, paste it down here. We're going to use the box. I'm going to use the P5, PX6, and I'm going to also set the border one, which is just a custom border class. And then in the partial name, I'm going to use sidebar, then underscore trends for you. Then let's copy this value because we don't have this partial view. Then I just right click on the sidebar, go to add, then view, and then make sure that you select the eraser view empty, go to add, paste it in here, and click the add button to add this view. In the trends, the first thing that we're going to have is going to be the header. So for that, we're just going to create a div, and this div is going to have inside an h3 tag, and the value is going to be trends for you. Now let us go to the suggested friends, and you can see that for the header, we have said that this is going to be a flex. We're going to have justify between and also text black. So I'll just copy these values and then just class, paste them in here. You can remove the items baseline. And then for the h3, we're going to define that this is going to be a font bold, and it's going to also have the class text base. Now let us create another div. We're going to use this div for the hashtags. So div. In here, let us add some Tailwind classes. And this class definition here just adds a vertical spacing of 3.5 units between child elements. It capitalizes the text. It sets the text size to extra small. It uses normal font weight, adds a top margin of 5 units and a bottom margin of 2 units, and also sets the text color to gray 600. Now inside this div, we're going to have an A tag. And the reason why we need an A tag is because in the future, we want to be able to click on a tag or a hashtag and navigate to a separate page where you can see all the posts related to that hashtag. So we have an A tag, then here we're going to have a div. And in this div, I'm going to use these classes to create a flex container with centered items and a gap of 3 units between them, and also a padding on all sides. And then inside this div, I'm going to have another div, which is a class that allows the element to grow and take up available space within a flex container. Then inside here, I'm going to have an h2 tag. And this is going to have just the tag name, let's say social media app. And let us define that h2 is going to be semi-bold and the text is going to be black. And let's also have a div. And in this div, we are going to define the number of posts. And let's say we have 12 posts. Now let us copy this A tag, paste it in here, paste it one more. Let us fix this issue in here. We see that we have this extra closing double quotes. This is going to be, let's say, thank you, 10 posts. And then this is going to be, let's say, ASP.NET. Now to the div, if you want, you can also optionally add some margin to the top. Let's say we can just add a margin of 0.5. Let's do the same on this one and also the last one. Let us save all the changes and let us run this project. Now here we can see that we don't have enough spacing between the hashtags, and also we don't have the hashtag symbol in front of the tag itself. So Let us go back to Visual Studio and fix these two issues. Now to fix the hashtag problem, we can just hard code for now the symbol in here. And then to fix the gaps problem, let us add a break. So let's add a break in here. Let's add one more break in here. And then another break. You can optionally add like margin bottom, let's say 2. And then 2 in here. And 2 in here. Let's run the app. And you can see that it looks better than before. But looks like we have like just some extra spacing. And since we are adding the MB2, let us actually remove the breaks. Let us save all the changes and then run the app. And you can see that now the Trends For You section looks better. Now we have created everything we wanted to create related to UI. We still have some really small issues, like for example, the icon in here is really to the left. And if I hover on the profile picture, we can see that it doesn't look exactly as our end product. But we are now ready to move to the next part, which are to add now some database interaction, for which we're going to start by setting up the database to work with the entity framework.